Hey, welcome to Project Bates. My name is Joven. I hope you like that little intro there. I'm changing it up a bit. You can skip to any topic you like in the chapters in the description. Featured in today's video is Harold or Tabs of Tabs Studio. That beat right there was produced by Tabs and mixed by yours truly. Today we are revisiting the Drum Tour Studio series, and today we are going to feature Tab Studio. We're gonna look at gears because I'm a gearhead. I like checking out gears, and most importantly, we'll check out how they built their studio to be able to practice drums in a rented space. Again, my apologies for the long overdue video. This video was supposed to be published last year, but things happened. If you are here in the last video, you would know why. I'm away from YouTube for quite a bit. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's get on with the tour.
Hi, I'm Tabs from Tab Studio, and here's a quick rundown of my gears. So on the cymbals, I have Pantheon cymbals. I have a 21-inch Just Ride Crash cymbals, and I have an 18. This one is a binary jazz accent. Same as Pantheon, 14-inch. And this fellow right here is... yeah, this is a DIY, so I cannot afford the clap from the... What brand was that?
A lot of them is giving you a clap now.
So I use this like an old pearl, and then I like twist it, bent it,
Okay.
hammer it even. It's a 3-stack cymbals.
Three?
Yeah.
3-stack.
There's a splash in between. So.
Okay.
And on the snare, I have a Pantheon. It's this is my main snare mostly. This is lended by George and Joven, which is behind the camera. Thank you. So it's a steam bent wood, yeah. And on my second snare, it's a pork pie brass with a satin finish.
Nice. Are you using it as a snom or?
Snom, yes.
Okay.
Most of the time. So shall we go to the microphones?
Sure, yeah.
On the kick, I have a AKG D112, and this is an SE X1S large diaphragm microphone, and this one is from Sennheiser.
This is like a guitar cab.
E6.
Using it as a knee or close room or something.
Close room, and especially I'm capturing this side, but
Kick and floor tom.
yes, kick and floor. Actually, this is for the kick and this snare.
Okay.
And on the snare, I have the legendary SM57.
Of course.
And hi-hats, I'm using a SM7B from Shure. Overheads, I'm using from MXL, a Rayburn microphone. And so far, this one is like, oh, I
like the
really
best.
like this one for me.
Nice.
The cheapest one.
Okay. Are you having problems with a figure 8 capsule? Or?
In this room, no.
Okay.
I have another studio in my school where I'm working at. So I build up my full drums there. And then when I use this on that room,
It's not working.
it's not working.
Okay.
I mean, it's a school, so
Right.
not a studio. Anyway, let me show you my mic board. Sometimes I'm using this W14. I believe this is a remake of the legendary
AKG 414.
AKG 414s. Yes, and
Nice.
my microphones are there.
And some toys.
Yeah, as much as possible if I can DIY, and then I don't need to buy it myself. It's like, okay, if it works, it works. For the interface, I'm using a Studio Live. This is a hybrid mixer. It's 16 channels, built-in preamps. This is running through my Studio One. I used to use Pro Tools, but my computer cannot. Yeah.
And this is a very nice looking monitors you got there.
Oh, this is a Focal Evo 80. Yeah, it's a new one. So I think I had it last December. I asked my friend Joven. Yeah, actually. If you want to know something and you're in Singapore, ask Joven. Yes. So this is my setup for mixing
You do some producing work
Yes,
also,
producing.
right?
That's why my guitar effects are here,
Right.
and here is close to me. So every time I have an idea flowing, it's just like right there.
Right.
Everything is plugged in. If I want to record drums, hit record. I have a template, and then so one click away.
Is it MIDI controller
It's a
also?
MIDI controller as
Nice.
well, and actually this is my roommate's one.
Okay.
So yeah, so we combine our stuff and then create the studio.
Nice.
For the guitars, this is my wife's one. I project this. This is a Mexico neck and a US body fender. So
Oh.
yeah,
Oh. Wow. Okay.
I got it from Carousel. And this guitar is
Okay.
John Mayer wannabe, but this is one of my projects guitar as well. And
good.
surprisingly, this is my favorite guitar. It's like
Nice.
the feel, the tone.
What did he call his guitar again? The
Black one,
Black
the
one.
black
That's
one,
it.
yeah. And then this is a Fender Telecaster. This one is yeah, it's a J-Craft. It's a very cheap bass,
J-Craft?
so yeah.
Made in the Philippines, right?
No, it is very famous in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yes, it's because it's very cheap.
Okay.
This bass costs around $120.
Okay. SG.
Yes.
Okay.
This one is I had it custom from Riverhead, Philippines. Daphne blue with a fretless, no marks. Yeah, because I'd like to torture myself when I'm playing. This bass is a Yamaha, a very old Yamaha. I actually bought it like $50 from Carousel, and I did the fretless myself and colored this like a tree. That's why it looks like a
Okay.
rotten tree with moss and everything. And this is the back. I burned it, I scrapped it, I beat it. And my trusty jazz bass, Fender Japan. I believe it's 1998, reissue of 62. And my
U-bass.
U-bass, yeah. Sometimes I need this for jamming. I'm actually a bassist before.
Oh, okay, cool.
In all my bands, I was a bassist, and then I turned into drums full time. What else? Pedals. I am using a All Mini since this is my travel rig, a very cheap one. Yeah, Polytune, Coco, Mower, JHS. Amps. I'm using Vox and Fender Rumble 15 because
You can't have too big.
and actually I'm using most of amp simulators. So
I'm same, yeah. And you have, is this real or is this a YouTuber
no,
plant?
it's a
A YouTuber
YouTuber
plan.
plan. Yes, because I used to have like real plants here, and
They don't survive.
no, they don't. That's it for my studio. I only have like a very small space here where I can reach everything. It works. I mean,
Yeah.
it's functional.
This is a rented apartment, right?
Yes, this is an HDB.
Okay.
I believe it's 9 by 12 feet.
For the windows, there's a window behind here, right?
Yes.
The
So
windows, what did you have to
my main goal is to block this window first.
do? Okay.
So I think I have 4 layers of soundproofing. I have vinyl behind. I have a
The curtain,
Rockwool.
or Rockwool.
behind that one, and then I have a vinyl. Then Rockwool again.
Wait, the bottom one is just open?
Yes, it's
Sealed tight.
sealed. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's sealed
okay,
tight.
okay.
So Rockwool, vinyl, Rockwool, and then this
Okay.
very very thick curtain. This one is a 4 layer. So it's actually a 2 pieces, but it's like very long. So I folded it in half and make this like 4 layer.
Nice.
And
And some extra sound treatment. This is just for the inside, right?
yes,
Sound treatment for the inside.
so sound treatment and acoustics.
Yeah. And for the behind the drums will be just Rockwool panels also.
Yes.
For sound treatment, I would guess.
Yes, all is this Rockwool.
This,
Yes.
I would assume for video.
Yes, for video, and it looks nice when you put the camera over here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah.
And for the door, what did you have to do for?
For the
Sound-
door, yeah, that's my
soundproofing?
main problem right now because I can contain the sound here in the room and not going outside. But
Okay.
outside our house, you can still hear the
Is it
the
quite loud?
drums.
Also?
Bearable.
Okay.
It's not
But you
like
can't go
annoying.
like beyond.
I'm playing drums until 1 a.m.
Wow. 1 a.m. in an HDB. I think that's the first that I've heard that.
Yeah. So far it's okay. No
Okay.
one. We
No
only
complaints?
had one complaint since we really moved here, but
But that was before you had all of this
yes.
set up, right? Okay.
The door. This is just a cushion that I bought
Cushion.
from. I think it's
Character or
eBay.
eBay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
And
has
then nothing behind that.
Yes, and then I put
Another
this.
curtain.
Yeah, it's a very thick curtain. So I'm using like very very thick curtain.
So about 2 layers, you would say. For
Yes,
this one.
and
for this
then
one. Why you
sometimes
want to put more or fix it or reinforce
maybe I'm gonna ask Joven soon about that. Yeah, this saves me a lot when I'm using my drums because, and also amp. I
yeah,
will just
yep.
put the amp here and then put
no
absorption in front.
So you got carpet
I have 2 layers of carpet.
at the bottom. That's 2 layers,
Yes,
Okay.
and most of 2 of them are very thick.
right?
And then I have this.
Isolation stands, right? Rubber isolation. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is very thick, rubberized.
pads?
Yeah, it's like a U-boat absorber,
Yeah,
but I have
but cheaper.
yes a cheaper one. 12 pieces, so 3, 6, 9, and then 12.
Okay.
So plyboard and then
That's the
Rockwool.
shell. Yeah,
Yes, and then the braces is with U-boat,
U-boat.
DIY U-boat.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And then
plyboard also.
plyboard again, and then 2 layers of carpet. That's why even if you play until 1 a.m., but you need to close the window outside the room. Like
okay,
the
all
house,
doors,
you have
all
to
the-
shut down.
okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
the doors, the windows.
Well, have you tried listening from the outside while you're playing outside the house?
Outside our door,
Yeah.
you cannot hear it.
Outside
Yeah,
the house.
yeah.
Okay.
Outside this like area here, you can still hear it because of this door. And then
But it's not like gonna bother you.
it's
or anything.
not. It's
Okay.
not. Even if you stay in the other room,
It's fine. Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah, because I think this is an old HDB, so the walls are thicker.
I've heard about like a drum setup on the second floor and the fourth floor is complaining.
Oh, I think I need to do
Reinforcement?
yes, maybe for the ceiling because
Oh, ceiling.
maybe put some clouds on it, especially when I'm mixing. Because right now my setup is like off.
So-
I'm gonna remove this one soon and then replace it with the
Better one.
better ones.
Nice.
Yeah, but for now
Cool.
it still works. So
All right. All right, that's the tour of Harold's studio or Tab Studio. I hope you find that helpful. I just wanted to share a couple of my thoughts about his studio build. But before that, if you want to support this channel, best ways to hit subscribe, hit like, and commenting your thoughts on the comments below. That really helps this channel a lot. Thank you very much. So this video isn't a guide for soundproofing, obviously. We are technically not soundproof for you soundproof police out there. We just basically do what we can given our situation, renting a unit here or apartment here in Singapore, where we cannot even drill one single hole in our rental unit. So basically, we try and explore what we can to be able to practice drums in our spaces. But the aim of this video really is to just share ideas, get some tips, and hopefully we get some ideas on how to do up our own studios. For me, a couple of things that are worth noting is one, his drum platform. That one really solved a lot of issues. It decoupled his drum from the building structure, solves a lot of impact noise and transfer to the building, which is a great idea, especially if you're living in a HDB, which is what's a HDB again, hun? Housing Development Board. Oh yeah, HDB. That in Singapore, that's what we call rent apartment flat, basically. So that platform is very helpful, especially if you're living in a building or HDB in our situation here, in our case here in Singapore, or a condo, if you will. I can't stress enough how necessary having a drum platform is. So props to Tabs there for a great DIY platform. Of course, there are tons of different ways of doing a DIY platform, some more effective than others. So you would have to really do your own research on what you need and how to build them. The other thing that I wanted to point out, why he is able to practice at late hours, even midnight, 1 a.m. as he said, I think is partly because of the drum size. If you notice, that's a Pearl Traveler drum set, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure how hard they really play on the drums, but for that size, it would only generate as much volume versus a full or bigger kit. So that's another factor there. So the way you play your drums, so the style of music you play, and also the size of your drums is another factor to consider when doing this kind of project. But given the size of his room, I feel like the size of his drums is, as they say in Singapore, just nicely. It's just the right size, I think. You would just have to tweak everything in post. So some of the other things that are worth noting is his window plug. I think that is very well done. I'm not sure how many of you notice this. If you come across like a road construction or building construction, they put up this vinyl sort of material, and that has marking on it that says soundproof barrier, something like that. I think he used a similar material in the middle of the set of Rockwool. I think that was a good idea there. It's lightweight, easy to work with. Of course, we all know soundproofing, you need mass for that. But as long as you reduce a lot of volume going in and out, I think I'd say job done, basically. For the door plug, that would be a really difficult thing to solve for a rented unit that you cannot really touch the door. I do have a couple of ideas on how you could potentially solve that, but that would be a topic for a different video. I'm actually thinking of doing a series where I could suggest soundproofing things, but let me know if you want to see something like that in the future. Okay, that's about it. Thanks for watching until the end. If I missed something, you can ask me in the comments. I'll be sure to check it out.